All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the RSS workshop on visual learning and reasoning for robotics. Today, a grand challenge in AI is how to enable our robot to solve diverse tasks in novel and structured environments. This invites a series of research problems in perception and control in various real-world applications, such as home robots, logistics, autonomous driving, healthcare, so on and so forth. In the past few decades, significant progresses have been made in the field of robotics. In closed-world environments or given known states, robotic systems can successfully handle a wide range of manipulation and navigation tasks. However, when it comes to more complex environments in which perception is not perfectly solved, the robot can often fail in a dumb way. And this motivates us to have a workshop on visual learning and reasoning for robotics. In the aforementioned scenarios, a robot needs to deal with both perception and control. Its perception systems takes input data from the sensors and estimate the state of the environment. Given the state, the planning and control modules produce the robot's actions to interact with the world. Traditionally, these two parts are often independently studied by different groups of researchers. And in this workshop, we aim to bring together researchers from both computer vision and robotics communities and ask this question: can we build a better system by thinking about these parts jointly? So applying visual learning and reasoning for robotics can be very challenging given the nature of these problems. First, the robotic systems are embodied, and they usually involve sensors that receive observations as well as actuators that can make changes to the environment. Second, the data distribution that our robot will encounter at each time depends on the consequences of its previous interactions with the environment. Furthermore, there is a huge variety of robotic tasks and robot hardware. So this invites a series of research problems in developing computational tools to close the perception action loop. And given the recent advances in computer vision and deep learning, we look for new potential solutions for performing real-world robotic manipulation and navigation in an effective and computationally efficient manner. And to tackle these challenges, we focus on two parallel themes in this workshop. First, how visual learning and reasoning could give rise to effective and robust robotic control. And second, how robots' interactions with the world helps build better visual perception systems. And in today's workshop, we have an exciting lineup of speakers to discuss these themes with us. This includes Andrew Davison from Imperial College London, and Raquel Artisan from University of Toronto, Abhinav Gupta from CMU, Shuran Song from Columbia University, Saurabh Gupta from UIUC, and Sergey Levin from UC Berkeley. And organizing this workshop is a joint effort of a group of computer vision and robotics researchers listed on this slide. In today's workshop, Dinesh, you, Lin, and myself will be moderators for different sessions. Dave and Animesh will be hosting a panel discussion with our invited speakers at the end of this workshop. We also have 10 accepted papers in this workshop, and each paper will have a 5-minute talk in the spotlight session. The agenda of this workshop is listed on this slide. So after the opening remarks, we'll first have 2 invited talks by Andrew Davison and Raquel, and then we will get like the 2 other invited speaker sessions with Abhinav, Shuran, Saurabh, and Sergey distributed between the morning and afternoon. The accepted papers are evenly distributed in the 2 spotlight talk sessions, and one in the morning between 11:30 to 12, and the other at 3:30 to 4. And between the morning and afternoon, there's a lunch break, which lasts 1.5 hours, and so that hopefully it will accommodate with different time zones. And at the end of the day, we have these panel discussions between 4 and 5 in Pacific time. And Dave and Animesh will moderate these panel sessions and discuss these exciting questions with our invited speakers. So how can you participate? So there are 3 ways that you can participate in the discussions in this workshop. First, you can ask questions after each invited talks. There will be, each invited talk will be 25 minutes, and there will be also like 5-minute Q&A session at the end. Usually we will take 2 to 3 questions from the audience. And we also have a 5-minute Q&A in total after each spotlight talks. So we'll have, hopefully we'll have one short question for each of the 5 talks in each of these spotlight session. And most importantly, we'll have a very interactive format for our panel discussion. So you are more than welcome to ask questions and discuss with our invited speakers and moderators during these panel discussions at the end of the day. And we would like to mention a few Zoom practices for this workshop. And first, like as you might have noticed when you join the Zoom meetings, this workshop is being recorded. So you, by your attendance at this virtual event, you acknowledge that you have been informed and consent to be filmed. And this and the videos of the invited talks and the panel discussion, and as well as these spotlight sessions, will all be posted on YouTube and linked to our website after the workshop. And second, so since we're using a normal Zoom sessions for today's workshops, and please keep your audio and video off for most of the time, unless you are asking a question. And for asking a question, we would like to mention that, so we will, as we mentioned, we will host a Q&A session with each speaker and with the spotlight speakers. But if you have a question during the presentation, please either use like the raise hand functions for of Zoom. So you can just, so at the bottom of your Zoom interface, there's a button called reaction, and you can click that, and there's a like an emoji option called raise hand. And if you click that, our moderator will notice. And then if it's time for a question, we'll call the one who raised hand first. And you can also directly post your questions in the public chat. And so the speaker can directly see that. And our moderator will also read out the questions if the speaker does not notice. And then for the panel discussion, we're using this web page called Menti to collect questions to ask our invited speakers. So throughout this workshop, you can use this link and post your questions. And you can also like or dislike questions asked by others. And during the panel discussion, our moderators, Dave and Animesh, will select questions based on their popularities and then discuss with our speakers. And with all that, we hope you enjoy the workshop today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us.